Two things we know about the craving cycle. One is it happens to all alcoholics and addicts. And the second thing is that it always precedes relapse. Right? You always end up in the craving cycle before relapse. I'm not just minding my own business, walking down the street, I trip over the curb, I land on my back, and a crack pipe falls out of the sky into my mouth, right? I start thinking about it, I get emotional about it, my body starts asking for it, and I eventually seek it out. So with those two things, that it happens to all alcoholics and addicts, and it always precedes relapse, that should tell us that the craving cycle is a really dangerous place to be, and we don't want to get there. Now, one of the mistakes we make in this profession is, you know what, we're really good at teaching our patients what to do when they get to the craving cycle, right? You know, what do you do when you get a craving? Well, you tap into your sober support system, you call your sponsor, another member of your sober support, you go to meetings, you read the big book, you work your spiritual program, you exercise, you journal, all that nice stuff that we teach them. What we don't spend enough time doing, I think, is, since this is a dangerous place to be, wouldn't we want to help our patients not get there as often to begin with? Wouldn't we want to teach our patients, you know, how to avoid getting to the craving cycle in the first place? Well, of course we would. And that's basically what this information is about. So whether you're a professional, whether you're a patient, that's what this lecture is about. And so how you do that is by learning about your setup behaviors and your trigger events, okay? So the more you're aware of your setup behaviors, the less often you end up in the craving cycle, and the more you're aware of your triggers, the less often you end up in the craving cycle. There's also another benefit of this, kind of a side benefit, in that if you can recognize what got you to the craving cycle, it actually helps you to get out of it sooner. So let's say I just got this this random craving. I have no idea where it came from. I just kind of got to work the random tools of recovery and hope I'm kind of hitting the right ones, right? But if I can recognize, what, I just had a craving. What's that about? Ah, I got in an argument with my wife today. And I identified anger as a trigger for craving. If I identified that it was anger that led me to the craving cycle, then I can work my program tools on my anger and help me get out of the craving cycle sooner, okay?